Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Day to Day, the podcast where we explore the joys and challenges of everyday life. I'm Emma. And I'm Alex. Whether it's personal growth, navigating relationships, or just tackling the chaos of the day, we're here to talk about it all and, hopefully, help you along the way. So grab your coffee, tea, or whatever keeps you going. And let's dive into today's episode. Hey there, everyone tuning in today. We've got an intriguing topic that's been making waves recently, and it's something called the situationship. Heard of it before? Oh, definitely. Situationships are all the buzz lately. People seem to be both fascinated and slightly confused by them. I mean, what's not to love about a complex relationship status with no definitive label, right? Exactly. It's like a relationship without the commitment, often described as a hookup with emotional benefits. So, how do we unpack this interesting phenomenon? Well, to start, it's not entirely a new concept. The term situationship was popularized by writer Karina C. back in 2017, and it really took off from there. Imagine a relationship that's emotionally charged but doesn't come with the usual relationship expectations or labels. Right? And it seems to blur the lines between what we traditionally consider dating and the classic friends with benefits type of relationship. There's plenty of emotional interaction, maybe even physical intimacy, but less of the commitment you'd expect from dating. How confusing! It sure is. To help differentiate, let's break it down a bit. Situationships are undefined, often without commitment. On the flip side, dating usually involves clear expectations and commitments as people explore compatibility. And where do friends with benefits fit into this whole picture? Great question. Friends with benefits are mostly about the physical without romantic entanglements. There's generally a clear boundary here focused on the sexual without romantic commitment. It's fascinating how situationships kind of slip into this gray area. But what's the catch? Why is it that this relationship type is becoming so popular, especially among younger generations? Well, many young singles, especially from Generation Z, feel like situationships offer a way to explore intimacy without the full-on pressure of a relationship. Tinder's data even shows that mentions of situationships have skyrocketed. Oh, wow. So, it sounds like people are looking for less pressure while still experiencing connection. But isn't there a downside? A lack of labels could mean emotional confusion, right? Absolutely. It can be quite the emotional roller coaster. Psychological studies suggest women, in particular, might feel more emotional stress in these relationships, largely due to hormonal responses post-intimacy. That makes sense. So, it's important, as always, to know what you're getting into. It sounds like mutual understanding and communication are crucial. 100%. As with any relationship, laying down some ground rules helps. Are you exclusive? Is there a possibility for more? These are worth discussing early on. Seems like the lack of defined structure makes it vital to establish mutual expectations right off the bat. But, could being in a situationship actually be beneficial for some? Definitely. For those recovering from past relationships or who need to focus on personal goals, situationships can provide that needed emotional connection without the demands of a long-term relationship. But, as with any uncharted territory, it can still be a double-edged sword. If the relationship begins to interfere significantly with your life or cause distress, it might be time to reassess. Exactly. Relationships, regardless of type, should ideally leave you feeling nourished instead of depleted. Roland Miller's relationship reward-to-cost ratio principle, reward should exceed the cost, is a handy metric to bear in mind. That's a practical way to view it. If you feel like you're giving more than you're getting, it's probably time to have that "what are we?" talk or step back. Completely agree. Ultimately, it boils down to speaking up about how you feel and what you need. Even a non-traditional relationship requires commitment to respect and communication. And it's not about just going with the flow, it's about flowing with understanding. Tell me, would you try a situationship? I think it depends on where I am in life. It's a possibility if I'm looking for a low-pressure connection. What about you? I'd consider it, especially if I wasn't ready for something serious but wanted that emotional bond. At the end of the day, it's about personal comfort, right? Absolutely. And, like any relationship, it's different for everyone and won't suit all. For those who find comfort in the undefined, a situationship is a valid choice. Indeed. Well, thank you all for tuning into our chat about this modern relationship puzzle. Keep the conversations open and honest, folks. Yes, and remember, whether you're in a situationship, dating, or just mingling, clarity and understanding are your best friends. Talk to you all next time.